Hi, everybody. Maud here. I'm here to welcome you to today's discussion of financial aid following the disruption to campus life after the coronavirus announcements of earlier this week, asking folks to switch to remote learning and to leave campus. I'm really hoping this message finds you doing okay, whether you're still here on campus and working to find departures out, whether you're already en route or whether you're now settled in your final location. We're thinking about you, we miss you here, and we're hoping that today's video will be helpful in answering some of the questions that have come in about financial aid in these rather disruptive times. We've got a number of questions, and we have various folks here who are going to help answer those questions from different offices. We're trying to respond to the questions that are most generalizable to many, many students. If you wrote in with a personal question, somebody will get back to you directly so that we don't have to address individual personal questions in this video format. So thanks again for tuning in, and I'll turn things over next to the Provost Dukes Love.
Hi, I'm Dukes Love, Provost and Professor of Economics. Now, these are obviously extraordinary times and extraordinarily disruptive. I wanted to start by talking about the college's principles for how we've been responding to the crisis. The first, most obviously, is the health and safety of our students, our faculty, our staff, and community members. The second principle is to protect the core academic mission of the college even during these extraordinary times. And the third principle is to ensure that we can support our commitments to access and affordability. So as many of you know, the college's response has been to ensure that all of our departing students will receive a credit on their student account for the prorated portion of the remaining semester's worth of room and board. Now, that amount will vary, but we are ensuring that all students, regardless of family contribution, will receive at least $1,850. Now, students who are approved to remain on campus will continue to have room and board from the college and therefore will not be eligible for the room and board receipt. In addition, we're also covering the full cost of travel for our aided students. This would ordinarily be paid for out of the work-study earnings toward the end of the semester. And finally, all students receiving financial aid will receive a $350 grant payment to support their needs during a difficult transition period. We've received a couple of questions from students asking about specialized materials that they need for their coursework. That could include art supplies, instruments, etc. As I said earlier, one of our core principles is to support the core academic mission of the college. So as a first step, we're recommending that students get in touch with their faculty member to see whether this really is a required portion of the course. We have asked faculty to work as creatively as possible with their students to find alternate solutions and to really work with the situation at hand. In cases where that's not possible, we'd like to recommend that you get in touch directly with the Dean of the College's office to see whether there might be an option for either an accommodation or potentially accept an incomplete to finish credit next year. We've also gotten some questions about summer support for fellowships on campus and off campus. Examples might include CLIA's Sentinel program, summer programs in sciences, and off-campus opportunities. This will obviously depend on unfolding events happening on campus and off campus. We want to get you a reliable answer as soon as we can. We're going to gather a group of us together on campus to discuss when we can put together a deadline so that we can get you information about whether these opportunities are likely to go forward and which ones. In addition, we want to remind you that aided students are eligible for a free summer opportunity. Some of you have actually used a free summer in the past summer, and in those cases, we'd encourage you to submit a petition for another free summer this summer. We'll be as flexible as we can in working with you.
Hi, I'm Danielle Gonzalez, Director of Human Resources. We've gotten a couple questions about student employment and your ability to continue working in your jobs. Whether you're on campus or off campus, you can continue to work if the department needs still exist. Please check in with your supervisors on the status of your job. Duties may change a bit, or hours may reduce and schedules may change. If you're staying on campus and you are looking for a job now that the one's no longer available, or whether you're looking for additional hours, please contact Janine Burt in the Office of Human Resources, the Student Employment Manager. She will work to align your needs with the needs of that are evolving of each department. Some students have questioned about receiving their direct deposit in a timely fashion. We want to clarify that there's actually two systems for direct deposit, one for student accounts and one for payroll. To ensure you get your funds as quickly as possible, we encourage you to sign up for both. To sign up for payroll direct deposit, you would do that through the student system at ephr.williams.edu. Follow the prompts for self-service. You will need your personal bank account information, including the account number and routing number. That will be the quickest way to make sure your funds get to you, whether you're working on campus or off campus.
Hi, I'm Liz Creighton, Dean of Admission and Financial Aid. We've heard from several families who don't currently receive financial aid, but are concerned about how their financial circumstances might change in light of the COVID-19 outbreak. The first thing I want everybody to know is that all students who leave campus, whether they're financial aid recipients or not, will receive a credit for the unused portion of their room and board for the remainder of the semester. Beyond that, if your family is already experiencing challenges because of the coronavirus outbreak, or you're anticipating challenges in the months ahead, please rest assured that the college will work with you to make sure we're meeting your family's full demonstrated financial need. If you have any questions now, in the coming weeks, or in the coming months, please reach out to the Office of Financial Aid and we'll be happy to help you in every way we can.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ashley Bianchi. I'm the Director of Financial Aid at Williams. We've been getting a lot of questions from you specifically about student employment and about how students will be supported if they are no longer able to work on campus. So we've addressed that in two ways. The first and most important is to make sure students feel supported when they're leaving campus. And so in that case, we have paid 100% of travel for every student to leave campus. That will include, for some people, a plane ticket home with baggage included. It will include a bus ticket or something similar for others. And then finally, for those who are driving from campus, mileage to get to their final destination. So that will be an important step because most of your work-study money from this point forward would have taken care of your spring trip home. In addition to that, we have provided a $350 grant for every aided student to support their personal expenses from this point in the semester forward. That $350 personal grant was given to you in one of two ways. The first way is if you had direct deposit through the student accounts office, that direct deposit of $350 should have already hit your account. It was sent to the bank last week. In addition, if you did not have direct deposit through student accounts, you were given the opportunity to pick up $350 in cash from Weston Hall. Weston Hall will be open through tomorrow at 5 p.m. So if you're interested in getting that before you leave campus, please do so. If not, stay tuned for an additional opportunity to get that money to you. We're working through those who are not able to pick up cash who have already left campus. We've had some questions about emergency expenses, things that you will encounter once you're home and your remote learning may have begun. And we want to let you know that there is a critical needs form available out on our website and was also sent to you last week in an email so that you can address things like unexpected expenses related to COVID-19, medical emergencies such as dentistry, eyeglasses, things like that. So want to make sure that you understand that in addition to what we've already supported you with, your travel and your personal expenses, if other things come up, please let us know. We'll be waiting for requests as they come up and as you learn what your new reality is. We've had questions about students who are studying away and their return trip and anything related to their studying away experience. We want to make sure that you understand that any related costs to being away and having to arrive back in the U.S. prematurely will be covered by financial aid for all financial aid students. This can be something as simple as a visa fee as well as anything like a return flight or any sort of application fee if you're planning to do coursework online. If you haven't been in touch with our study away coordinator, please do so. If not, if you don't have any questions right now but something comes up later, we're around all semester, so please ask. If you are able to work remotely from your campus job, you may keep the $350 that you've already gotten in the form of a personal allowance grant. We would love for you to continue working, and if your job still exists, we certainly want you to do that. So in summary, the $350 grant is yours to keep regardless of the status of your job moving forward.
Thank you all for your questions. I know that we won't have covered everything. If you have additional questions, please first go to the student portion of the FAQs on the COVID website, and there's also a place to submit your comments on that portal. If that doesn't answer your question, please then turn to the Office of Financial Aid, and they can help you further. Thank you again.